Hey guys, I love Hawaiian Pothos, and I was like this close to going on Etsy and buying some for like 20 bucks. And then I was riding down the street and I saw this fence, and there were Hawaiian Pothos growing over the fence, meaning it wasn't on anybody's property. Off the fence onto the sidewalk. I had to slow down. I pulled over and I grabbed some. I grabbed like 10 feet of it because it was growing all over the place. Because they can be, I guess you could say in North Florida, they could be pretty invasive. It was a lot of them. So what I did was I took them home because I had so many of them and it was so itchy. I grabbed them at nighttime and I don't know what was crawling on me and I was itching and I just threw them in the car and I took them home and I got these big long vines of pothos, Hawaiian pothos, and then I decided to cut them up so I could have some cuttings. And some of them I decided, since they had like strong roots or the tendrils had gotten into the ground, I figured that they didn't need to be propagated by water, which was a mistake. But I just want to show them to you. I want to show you what's good, and I want to show you where my mistakes were. Like, for example, they're rooting. Roots are kind of small still, so I'm not going to put them in the ground yet on one of them. But what I'm noticing with most of them is I'm getting new growth on them. It's starting to have new leaves. Some of the leaves burned. So this one looks good. This looks good. Root system looks a little bit better. I'm not seeing. Oh yeah, there's a little sprout coming in that wasn't there originally. Oh geez, I don't want to mess this up just for this video. Oops, I'll fix it in a minute after the video's over. This did not go so well, so I'm going to show you what my problem was. This one was at an angle, so I should have cut it so that it wasn't at an angle, so that it can make sure that it rooted and it got a good amount of water. Because if you look at this, it got that nasty root rot. You see that? So that didn't go so well. So what I'm gonna do is I got my what's this called? Straight blade box cutter. I'm going to cut it right above this bottom node because I really don't care for that one either. Ooh, okay. So I'm cutting it above the bottom node. I'm removing this leaf because it don't look all that healthy anyway. It looks like it's been through some things. This one ain't cute either. You see there's like a little roots there. There's a piece of root there. And now I'm putting in the water, so hopefully it'll do better this time. Just get rid of the damaged part. This one looks like, okay, I have a couple in this little, ooh, I got some water in my eye. I got a couple over here. This is doing absolutely nothing, but it's not a total waste. Because see, right there, I'm getting a new growth, and these new growths weren't there before. And I'm checking the bottom of it, and it's not rotted, it's not soft at all. You look there where it's been scratched, you can see some green. So there's still some life in that new growth right there. That's enough for it to photosynthesize, so it should be fine. So I'm gonna put that back. I don't want it to fall though. I may put it in another container because this is a pretty big one. It's just an orange juice jug. And the hard thing about it, when I cut these, I couldn't tell what was up or down because I had cut them up so much. So I think this one's technically upside down based on how this grew at the top. But regardless of the fact that I did put it in that way, it still grew. I'm getting new growth down here, which actually ended up being underneath the water. This is crazy. So I'll probably need something smaller. I may just cut it, because you see this here? It's growing upside down. I don't know. Maybe I should try to flip it the right way and see what happens. I don't want it to dry out because it does look like decisions, man. It does look like it's trying to grow new roots up this way, But this part is underneath the water, and even though it's underneath the water, it's growing anyway, and I don't want this to rot out. Ew. One thing about women who garden, we'll touch damn near anything, won't we? Okay. And I guess since this is fine and there's not a big problem, I'll put this back in. This was also rooted upside down, judging by how the leaves are. But that's kind of cute, like an umbrella, you know? It kind of reminds me of my monstera, how it grows. All right. So those are success, and then this is my other successful one. It looks good. I'm not even going to mess with it because y'all get the point. It's pretty, right? But here's what you don't want to do. If you do find some monstera listen to me. If you find some Hawaiian Pothos on the ground and it looks like it already has roots, so you want to pull it, and you pull it out of the ground, and then you take it home and just put it in because you see the roots are already there, don't do that, because this is what it'll look like. Absolutely nothing. This was stupid. It was a waste. This one right here doesn't look as bad as a waste. A matter of fact, now that I'm looking at it, because I didn't look at it before, it's not a waste for this one, because this one is getting new growth here. It's pretty solid. It's crunchy looking. It may take a few months for it to recover. This has some green in it. This doesn't look like it's doing anything, but since it's in the same pot, it's going to get the same love. So, anyway, if you guys, somebody, because I'm not too prideful to take advice, if anybody is a Hawaiian Pothos expert and knows something more than I do, go ahead and link it below. If you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you for watching. Take it easy.